this section of Srimad Bhagavatam is called Utaya. Utaya means Utaya karma vasna. Karma vasna is there, it described in 7th canto Bhagavatam. And then 8th canto talks about, that Atra Sarga Visargascha Sanam Poshnotaya Manvantar. This chapter is called Manvantar. This section, 8th canto. 7th canto is Utaya. Utaya means sense gratification and desire for sense gratification. And this chapter, this section of Bhagavatam, 8th canto is called Manvantar. Manvantar means Manvantara Sadharma. Sadharma means, okay, we have to enjoy, but what to enjoy and what not to enjoy. Some rules and regulations for enjoyment also. Just like when you drive, there's some rules and regulation. When to drive, when not to drive. Same way in this enjoyment, there are some rules and regulation. And those rules and regulation are set for us by, our father, that is Manu Maharaj, because we are Manusya. So that, Manusmriti or, Manu Samhita talks about. So that's Manavantar, Sadharma. So in that section, this chapter, around 8 chapters talks about Bali Maharaj pastime. And so far, we have heard that Bali Maharaj was performing a yajna where Vaman Dev have arrived. And since Bali Maharaj happened to be grandson of Prahlad Maharaj, so of course there was, a lot of Krishna conscious atmosphere in family. So as soon as he saw Vaman Dev, Bali Maharaj was so pleased to see. Actually, who cannot be pleased to see the Lord and hear his pastime? Bhagavatam said, Pasu bina pasu gunat, beside the animal killer or killer of the self. Otherwise, everybody will be attracted. Krishna is one of the 6 opulence of Krishna is most beautiful. So he is all attractive. Everybody gets attracted by Krishna. So here in the Vaman pastime, Lord Vaman Dev attracted one and all. He was a small in size, but it described that his size was so nice, so beautiful. Anyway, the kids are very attractive anyway. And Vaman Dev, Supreme Personality of Godhead, so he was very attractive. And Bali Maharaj, being so pleased to, Vaman Dev, he wanted to give something. It's but natural. I am the Minister of Fund Development, and I go around giving this seminar about fundraising. So this section of Bhagavatam is very much appropriate for fund development. How Vaman Dev went to Bali Maharaj for asking for fund. We also go to solicit for the fund for Janmashtami, Rath Yatra, and many other festivals. So we must learn how to do fundraising from this section of Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is very practical. Bhagavad Gita is very practical. This is the way of life. So after he was welcomed by, Bali Maharaj, and Bali Maharaj, just by seeing, he felt like doing something. So in fundraising, the secret of raising a good fund is to create a feeling in person's heart. If there is a feeling in person's heart, he would like to give something. If there is no feeling, people doesn't give him to their wife, children, or anybody. But if there is a feeling, they will give him to beggar or poor person. So here Bali Maharaj has a feeling for the Lord and he wanted to give something to the Lord. Now, he wanted to give something, and earlier we read what he wanted to give. He described whatever you want. In one point, he said, Yada yada vato vanchasi tat tat pratiksha me tvam arthina viprasutanukirtaye yad yad vato vanchasi tat pratiksha. O Bamana, O small boy, whatever you want, please just ask. As if he is just giving a blank check. You ask whatever you want. Tat pratiksha. Whatever you ask, I will give. Then on his own, Bali Maharaj said, well, if you want, gold, if you want wealth, you want a village, you want a horse, couch, elephant, whatever, or even if you want to marry, I will arrange a girl for you to marry. So please ask me. Some pratiksha has a good meaning. If earlier it's a tat pratiksha, whatever you ask, I will give. And towards the last he says, some pratiksha, I will give happily, joyfully. Sometime out of emotion, we tell to our temple, even to the Lord sometime, that my Lord, if I get this thing, I will do this thing. Conditional way. Whereas Bali Maharaj is not doing that way. He just please. So whenever you want to give something to the Lord, just give something without any motivation. And that is called bhakti. Bhakti means ahetuki apratihata. Ahetuki, there should be no cause. Not just don't give, something because you want something. People in India, they go to Tirupati Balaji, they have big shopping list and they speak to the Lord and then they give something. Of course, Balaji also a good businessman. So he does the business with devotees also. But Krishna is not like that. He gives without asking. If you ask, he gets irritated. So here Bali Maharaj said, some pratiksha, I will give. Happily I will give. Many a time out of emotion we say, okay, Maharaj, whatever you ask, I will give. And when we ask, we say, well, I don't have that kind of money. I can give this one. Will it be all right for you if I get this one? That's not called some pratiksha. So anyway, to cut the whole story short, when he agreed to give everything, whatever he wanted, Bali Maharaj, then this chapter starts. And this chapter describes what, what Bamandev has asked from Bali Maharaj. What he has asked from Bali Maharaj. And then, Shukracharya, who was the spiritual master of Bamandev, the Bali Maharaj, who was sitting there, and when Bamandev was asking this thing, he said, well, here is the person who is asking only 3 step land. And asking to whom? Who is the owner, who is the king, who is the samrat of all planetary system. And not only that, he is ready to give his offering. What are you asking? 3 step? What will happen with 3 step? Don't you know that if anybody comes to my place, and ask something, I do not want that person to ask in future anymore. How much ever he wants for his whole life, I'm ready to give. So he tried to convince him that please ask what you will do in three steps, but ask some more. But then Bamandev here, Rashmi Mataji, can you mute yourself? Some sound coming. So Bamandev glorified Bali Maharaj and he said, no, if you want to really give, then give me only 3 steps. And after hearing all these things, Shukracharya, who was an intelligent person, he is Acharya, he understood that this person is not ordinary person. He has no greed. See, Bali Maharaj was ready to give everything. If we were on the place of Bamandev and somebody, want to give, and we ask certain amount, and he said, no, you can ask some more, I will give some more. Then we'll say, all right, if you want to give some more, maybe you should give this much, something like that. But no, Bamandev was just to the point. He said, no. So something to learn from there for a devotee, that, whatever you ask, stick to that. Don't ask if that person wants to taste you and say, okay, no, I can give some more. Don't become greedy. Second thought is always cheap. That will make you cheap. So stick to the point, that whatever you wanted. And then Sukracharya understood that he is not an ordinary person. He is the Vishnu himself. And he warned, Bali Maharaj. But Bali Maharaj, after all, he was the, descendant of Prahlad Maharaj. And he was very adamant to give. I mean, Sukracharya tried every way. He said, don't worry, I know you may feel that, no, if I say this thing, it may, if I cannot give, I may feel, guilty that, he asked 3 steps and I, he had taken everything, but I cannot give. So he said, all right, you can also lie. And then he explains that there are places where you can lie. Sri Surnar Vivahescha Vrityarthe Prana Sankate Gur Brahmanarthe Hinsayam Na Anitam Syan Jugupsitam. They are some of the places where even if you lie, is not considered to be lied. This is according to a scripture. Syat Jugupsitam. And this is being said by the great personalities. So this way he tried to convince, but Bali Maharaj was not. So this is a summary of this chapter. Now to particularly sloka number, what is sloka number, Mataji? 9? No. I think 5.
5, Prabhuji, 5.
5, yes. So this chapter begins, Sukadeva Goswami said, Iti Vairochanen Vakyam Dharmajuktam Sa Sunirtam Nisamya Bhagavan Pritah Prati Nandent Abravit. Text number 1. He said, Sukadeva Goswami said, Iti Vairochanan Vakyam. Bali Maharaj, whatever, if you do something good, then, son should always do good so that father gets a good name. We should do everything for our kul dharma, for our descendant. Don't give bad name to our descendant by our bad activities or bad behavior. Whole thing of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight. He said, how can I fight? They are my, descendant. They are my forefather. They are my grandfather here, Acharya, and so on and so forth. They are worshipable. How can I fight? So a son or a disciple should always do something to bring glory to father or a spiritual master. Therefore, here says, Iti Vairochena Vakyam. After hearing, it not said Bali Vakyam, it said Vairochena, son of Virochan. After hearing this, what kind of the word were there? Sukadeva Goswami is describing Dharma Juktam Sa Sunritam. Bali means it, what he is saying, and very truthful. Then Nisamya Bhagavan Pritaha. Nisamya, wherever in Bhagavatam the word Nisamya comes, one should understand. Nisamya means understand it properly, that he means it. He's just not doing only lip service. So, Lord is the Vamandev is Supreme Personality of Godhead, who knows past, present, and future. He is in the heart of everybody as Paramatma. So, Vamandev understood that he means it, what he is saying. Nisamya. So we should be truthful of whatever we want to do, and that will make the Lord very happy. We promise that we will follow 480 principle. We'll chant 16 round. We should mean it. Not that for taking initiation, we say yes, yes, I will do, and later on we don't do it. Better don't speak, what you cannot do. Better speak what you can do, and that will make Krishna and Guru, everyone happy. He said, Nisamya Bhagavan Prita. Lord Vamandev was very pleased to hear the word of Bali Maharaj. Pratinandit abravit. Now, since he asked him, Ki yad yad vato vanchasi tat pratiksha, O Vamana, whatever you want, I will give. So Lord Vamandev being happy, now he is going to speak. Abravit, he is going to speak. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Vacha Tavai Janadevasu Nirtam Kulochitam Dharma Juta Yasaskaram. Number 2. Yasya Pramanam Bhrigavam Samparaye Pitamaha Kula Bridham Prasanta. He said, Oh my dear Bali, Vacha Tava Janadeva. The king is known as Naradeva, Janadeva. He is the worshipable person from all the citizens. So the Janadeva. O Janadeva, whatever you have spoken is Sunirta. I have no doubt. He has spoken only truth, Sunirta. And why not? He said, Kulochita. This kind of words are befitting your family tradition. You come from a family where there is only devotees who only want to give in their life. Because devotee of the Lord, they always want to give to Krishna. And Krishna reciprocate if somebody wants to give something. Anything you want to give to Krishna. Putna went to give to Krishna. She went to give poison to Krishna. But Krishna accepted it. Poison and nectar effects on us, not on Krishna. He is the absolute personality of Godhead. So we have to learn how to give something to Krishna. We have become so miser, we like to take from Krishna. We don't like to give Krishna. So we should learn how to give. And when we have this mentality to give Krishna, Krishna will accept it. So the Kulochita Dharma Juta. This is Dharma, to give everything to Krishna. Manasa deha geha je kichumor, arapilu tuma pade nanda kisor. I offer, and after offering, you take it. So that is called Dharma Juta Yasaskara. And this kind of activity, giving something to Krishna, will make us famous. Yasaskara, that will make us famous. And we will know later on that how Bali Maharaj gave everything and he became famous. In this material world, if somebody, become pauper or become very poor by misusing his money in gambling or even business or going to prostitution or drinking wine, etc., after he loses all the money, people will curse him. They say, oh, this guy is a rascal. He is not a businessman. He has wasted his father's money, everything. But if somebody gives everything to Krishna and becomes pauper or becomes poor man, then everybody will glorify, wow, such a wonderful man. He gave everything to Vishnu. And Krishna is not cruel-hearted. He also gives back more than what we can give to Krishna. Bali Maharaj gave only 3 steps, but Krishna gave him 1 planet to him, Sutaloka. So Jasaskara, just by getting connected to Krishna, we become glorious. What qualification do we have? Anything? Many a time I think that our devotee, they travel all over the world. I see Nita Patel is here. and I see he on face her on her husband, good husband, always some part of world they are traveling. I'm sure there are many, many rich people here, and they have not even gone to India. They have not even gone to Africa. They have not even gone to England or anywhere. But devotee of the Lord, since they are connected to Krishna and they want to visit Vrindavan, Mayapur, etc., etc. So those devotees become yasaskara. Just by getting connected to Krishna, once become glorious. Once become glorious. Yasaskara. And then Lord is saying, Vamandev is saying, I'm not just only bluffing to please your things. Yasya pramanam bhrigava samparaye. Yasya pramanam. I can cite an example. The proof is that Bali Maharaj has a wonderful guru, Sukracharya, Bhrigavaha, means descendant of Bhrigu Maharaj, Bhrigu Bansi. Sukracharya is the guru, Samparaya, and who had trained Bali so nicely. So, whenever a disciple does some mistake, we say, whose disciple he is? Or if a son does some mistake, they say, whose son he is? So, if he does bad thing, guru or father get bad name. If he does good thing, then guru and father gets good name. So, we should be always a first class disciple. We should do things just like Bali Maharaj, just by his word. Such a nice word he spoke to Vamandev. So a devotee should always be mridabhasi, sweet talker, talk something which is relation with Krishna. That goes to show our training that we are Prabhupada Anugat. We are the follower of Prabhupada. They say, Yasya pramanam bhigavam samparaye pitamaha kula bridha prasanta. And above and all this, his Pitama means Prahlad Maharaj. Kula Bridha has two meanings. Kula Bridha means elderly in family and also means elderly in knowledge. Kula Bridha and Prasanta, one who is full of Krishna consciousness is always Prasanta. Prakishna Rupena Santa iti Prasanta. One who is always very peaceful in happiness or in distress. Both way. Peaceful is not only be peaceful in distress, but be peaceful in happiness also. So Prahlad Maharaj was like that. This is the qualification of Prahlad Maharaj. That he is Kulabrudha, advanced in Krishna consciousness, and Prasanta. Since he advanced, therefore he is Prasanta. Then verse number 3. Now he is starting, this is, as I told you, that this is a fundraising seminar. This is, Bali Maharaj, Baman Dev is giving talk, he talking to Bali Maharaj, but he is giving seminar to us that how should we do fundraising. If you want to go to do some fundraising somebody's house, first you glorify that person. First you glorify that person. And then that person being happy, he will open his pocket and heart. I don't know if you all know the cow, the calf. The cow only gives milk when she sees her calf. And calf goes and touch, the milk bag of cow, and then cow start releasing the milk. So same way, when we are approaching somebody, we should touch his heart. And if you touch his heart, then he will naturally start giving. Now, the best way to touch a heart is glorify. Now, in that glorification, it's not the extra glorification, which is not the quality. Otherwise, that person will understand this guy is on some trip. In Bengali, they are saying, Atir Bhaktir Chorir Lakshan. Too much devotion is sign of a thief. So that person will understand the guy he has some motive that he is unnecessarily glorifying. So how one should glorify, that has been described in 10th canto Bhagavatam, Kritadhi Kritanjali. First, in a humble state of mind, and Kritadhi, Only talk the the good quality of the person. Don't talk bad quality. And folded hand means humbly. So here we see all these things that Lord Bamandev is doing. Now, after talking to about Prahlad Maharaj, said, Nahi eta asmin kule kashin kashin nisatva kripana puman pratyakthya pratisrutya yobadadujataye. I have never heard that anybody appeared in your family who were so miser. Till now, no one has been there who are so poor-minded or miserly. Neither anybody who promised to give something and had turned back. Now, Vaman Dev is preparing Bali Maharaj. This one, Pratyaktha Pratishrutaha. There is nothing like that anybody, Yobada Dvijataye, anybody who has given a word to Brahmana to give something and he has not fulfilled his promise. No, there is nobody in your family. Means in your family, whoever has given the word to a Brahmana or to anybody, they have fulfilled even up to giving up their life. So indirectly he is saying that I am also going to ask something, and I hope that you will not, turn down my request since you have asked me to ask something. And thereafter he said, न संति तीर्थ जुधि चार्थिनार्थिना परांगमुखा जेत्वन् त्वमनस्विनो नृपाम जुष्मद् कुले यद यशसामलेन प्रहलाद उद्भात यथो उडपहखे. There has been nobody in your family who was asked by somebody for a fight and he did not give the fight. Rather, he fought. And the people in your family, they are manasvina. The manasvina, manaska, mahamana, they are the word for Krishna conscious person or generous person. Nand Baba is known as Mahamana. The gopis of Vrindavan, they are known as Manamanaska. And here it said, Manasvina. In your family, everybody has been very kind-hearted. And yes, then it says, Yasmin Kule, and the example is your grandfather Prahlad, whose position is same like the moon in a sky. And then start text number 5, which we are going to read today. Text number 5 talks about Yato Jato Hiranyaksha Charan Ekai Mamahim Prabiradig Vijay Navidantagada. That it was in your dynasty that Hiranyaksha was born. Carrying only his own club, he wandered the globe alone, without assistance, to conquer all direction, and no hero he met could rival him. So I am sure you all have, or most of you have watched Narsimha movie, and you must have seen how Hiranyakashipu on the, he took the club and he was walking around on the earth was trembling. Nobody was there like Hiranyakashipu. Now, here Baman Bhagwan He is one who was Barahadev, in previous life. He is one who killed Hiranyaksha. So he is glorifying about Hiranyaksha. Okay, it was in your dynasty that Hiranyaksha was born. Carrying only his own club, he wandered the globe alone without assistance. He was so powerful, he was not afraid of anyone. To conquer all direction, and no hero he met could rival him. He was so powerful, he was so powerful. The earth was trembling, and nobody was there to challenge him. So then it goes in next verse. I will take also, because since there is no purport in this verse. Hiranyaksha, he took Mother Earth and he has kept it in Garbhodak sea. And Lord incarnated as Boar incarnation, and who killed Hiranyaksha. And after killing Hiranyaksha, he said, wow, this was a good fight. This was a good fight. So Bamandev is relating everything, as I told you, that he was the one who killed Hiranyaksha. So this way comes the next verse, verse number 7. Nisamya tadavadham bhratyam हिरण्यकश्यपुः पुरा हन्तु भ्राति हणम क्रुद्धो जगाम निलया हरे. Again, the word have been used here, nisamya. And as I said, whenever the word nisamya comes, then you all should understand the meaning of nisamya is understood properly, past, present, future, and everything, how it happened. This is the problem with us. We hear from somebody said something, all right. Do you know, Savita, that Nita said something about you? And Savita, without knowing what Nita said, how she said, when she said, why she said, oh, she said like that to me. Let me, teach her a lesson. Well, that is not very intelligent. Chanakya Pandit said, intelligence means hear both sides before, coming on a judgment. Don't judge anybody without understanding things properly. I mean, if we follow this code of scripture, I can say 80% of quarrel will be solved. Even among devotees also. The lot of prajalpa goes because we just hear something, and then now it is internet time, and we start, posting everything everywhere without knowing the other side of the story. So intelligent person is one who hears everything, who understands everything. Not hearing is one thing, understanding is other thing, and knowing what will be outcome. So three things combined together is known as nisamya. So again nisamya comes here. Nisamya tadavadham bhratra hiranyakasyapu pura. Now Hiranyakashipu understood everything, that how my brother was killed. Who was the person who killed my brother? My brother was so powerful. He walked alone. He didn't have any support. He was so powerful. But who killed? Nobody can kill other than Vishnu. That's the Nisamya. He understood. Then say Hantum Bhratri Hanam Kruddho Jagam Nilaya Hare. Again, so this is the testimony of Nisamya. He understood that who is one who has killed my brother. Because my brother has no opposition and nobody can stand in front of him. He was walking everywhere alone. Everybody was terrified, all the demigod, everybody. But Nisamya, he understood this is no one but Hari, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who has killed my brother. Hantum Bhratri Haram Kruddho. he decided that the killer of my brother must be killed. Hantum, I will kill him. Bhratra Hanam, the killer of my brother. I am going to kill the killer of my brother. For that, Krudho. Well, for fight, you need to be angry. There are two things required for winning a battle. One is our strength, and second is our anger. Arjuna was very powerful. In Mahabharata, he was very powerful, but he was not angry. He was not angry. In Mahabharata war, it said only 3 persons could have win Mahabharata war. Arjuna, Pitama Bhishma, and Karna. So here Arjuna was very, very powerful. He could have, win the war, which he win anyway, but he was not angry. So Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita just to make him angry. So when he became angry, then he became more powerful. And we have seen in our life also that even a small kid, when they get angry sometime, they get extra bodily strength. That even parents have to give whatever they want. So the anger is very, very important only for fighting. So up to us whether you want to fight or you want to be peaceful. Fighting can be done only for Vaishnava and Vishnu, not for anything else. Whereas Hiranyakashipu is going to fight for his own sense gratification, and that is against Vishnu who has killed his brother. He understood. Hantum Bratru Hanam Kurdho Jagam Nilaya Hare. He went straightway. Nilaya Hare. Nilaya means residence. Hare matlab Lord Hari. So this down verse, Jagam Nilayam Hare, explains the word Nisamya. Hiranyakashipu understood, and thus he went to. Oh, there is no purport in many verses up to verse number 10. All right. So up to what time is there? I can go up to verse number 10, but I don't know. I can stop here also. Mataji?
If you have time, please go ahead, Prabhuji. We can have time.
Okay. So, yes, he went to the abode of Lord Hari, Vaikuntha, Nilayam Hare. Then next verse, Tama ayanta समालोक्य शूलपाणी कितान्मतः चिंतयामासा कालज्ञो Vishnu Maya Vinambara. Hiranyakashipu has, in his hand he has Trishul. Tama ayantaha samalokyaha. Lord saw that Hiranyakashipu tam ayanta, he is coming, samalokya, to his lok. Sulapani kritanmata, in his hand there are Trishul. He has. Chintayamasa kalagyo Vishnumaya Vinambara. Now the Lord thought, what is the best thing to do in this situation? And who is Vishnu? Who is Krishna? Vishnu is Maya Binam Varaha. He is Maya Binam. There is no Maya cannot affect him, cannot touch. But he is Varaha. He is the control of Maya. As Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, it is not easy to cross Maya. Daivi hi esa gunamayi mam maya durataya. Mamev je prapadante maya metam tarantite. Because he Maya Bara. He is the chief or controller of Maya. So knowing this, now Lord Vishnu was running and Hiranyakashipu was chasing with Trishul. Yato aham tatraso mritu prana bhritan iva. See, this is Vishnu is saying, Vamandev is saying, he is relating what has happened. So when Hiranyakashipu was walking with his Trishul, or what do you call Trishul? Yes, trident. So when he was walking the trident, Vishnu was running and he was chasing him. He went everywhere to hide, to see the place where he can hide Vishnu. I mean, you can see how powerful Hiranyakashipu was. That Vishnu was running around. That does not mean that he was weak or anything, but this was Lord Leela, and he was performing so that we can hear today, Lord Nrsimhadev Leela. So same Vamandev who was running around, running away from Vishnu. So he saw there is no other place, what to do, where to go. Then he entered in the heart of Hiranyakashipu. So this is Vamandev is saying this is what he did. So he was saying to Bali that your grandfather, great-grandfather, Hiranyakashipu was so powerful that he was chasing Vishnu and Vishnu was running away. He couldn't find any solace, he couldn't find any place. So finally, he entered in the heart. Of course, Bali could have asked, how do you know all this? You were there. But anyway, he didn't ask that one. We could have, we just asked. Earlier, people had faith. Mother, father, whatever they said, we accept it. That's why I say, earlier, the children were so obedient and just they accepted whatever mother, father said. Nowadays, if we say something to the children, that how our parents or grandfather, whenever they said anything, we have to accept it. But the today children cannot visualize, cannot understand that how can you accept something? They may be wrong. But those there are no question of asking in question, but directly accepting. We are accepting whatever they were saying. So earlier things were like, if mother said, all right, let us do, worship, let us worship Krishna. Then children will bow down and say how to do. And if you ask today children, let us worship Krishna, they'll say why to do. Earlier was how to do, and now it is why to do. So how to do brings humility, and why to do brings pride. So even Hiranyakashipu was demon, but still he is cultured. Bali was born in a demoniac family, but still he is cultured. He did not challenge Vamandev that how do you know that he entered in the heart? And then comes text number 10. Because I want to read the purport, that's what Prabhupada said. So here, verse number 10. Evam sa nischitya ripo sarira madhavato nirvivesurendra swasi nilantar hita sukshma deha tat pranarandre rabivigna chetaha. Lord Vamandev continued, O king of demon, after Lord Vishnu made this decision, he entered the body of his enemy Hiranyakashipu, who was running after him with great force. In a subtle body inconceivable to Hiranyakashipu, Lord Vishnu, who was in great anxiety, entered Hiranyakashipu's nostril along with his breath. So here said Hiranyakashipu, Lord was in anxiety. Vishnu, who was in a great anxiety. Now he was not in anxiety out of fear. Rather, he was thinking how to kill him. The anxiety was for killing. There can be anxiety of different things. If a mother have an anxiety for child, that's not a bad thing. If she is in anxiety that how I can raise my child, how I can give, good education to my child, how I can make my child good devotee, these anxiety are good. There's nothing wrong. So this anxiety of the Lord for his devotee is always good. So he wanted to deliver Hiranyakashipu. He wanted to, do something good. And one of the, I always feel that, whenever this kind of thing comes, how the devotee, they feel this is the lila of the Lord. Suppose if Lord would have killed Hiranyakashipu that time only, then we would have not known about Prahlad Maharaj. We would not known about devotional service. We would not known that how Hiranyakashipu performed tapasya and Brahma gave him benediction that how he cannot be killed, and then how the Lord appeared in Narsingadev. We will have not known about Narsingadev. So Krishna comes here, Anugrahaya Bhutana Manusi Deh Asritam Krate Tadrisi Lila Yasrutva Tat Paro Bhavet. Lord comes here to perform different pastime so that we can hear and become more and more attached to Krishna, and end of the life we go back home, back to Godhead. So in purport, Prabhupada said, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is already in the core of everyone's heart. Ishvara Sarabhutanam Hidesu Arjuna Tishtati. Bhagavad Gita 1861. Logically, therefore, it was not at all difficult for Lord Vishnu to enter Hiranyakashipu's body. The word Bibigana Chetaha means very anxious. Is significant. It is not that Lord Vishnu was afraid of Hiranyakashipu. Rather, because of compassion, Lord Vishnu was in anxiety about how to work for his welfare. Yes. So, this is the devotional consciousness. When Vibhagana Chetasaha, but he was in anxiety, devotee, they see this word anxiety in different way. His anxiety was how I can, do something for the welfare of Hiranyakashipu. So one, Lord's motive, Lord's action can only be understood by devotee. As Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktya Mam Janati Javan Jas Asmi Tattvataha. I can be understood as I am by pure devotional service. So we are so fortunate that Srila Prabhupada has given us pure devotional service. So please let us stick to Srila Prabhupada, his words, his books, his movement, his system, and this way we will be pure in understanding Krishna through devotional service. So far here, we heard up to verse number 10 that how Vaman Dev is glorifying Bali Maharaj. This is the best way of fundraising. As I said in beginning, if you are going to some person, you glorify him, but don't glorify artificially. Don't talk about the quality that he doesn't have. Better you talk some good thing. If he has given, some donation somewhere, you can talk that how you have helped this person this way, that way. Because everybody likes to be glorified. Everybody wants to get their name, everywhere. Name, fame, glory is one of the cause. So this is the way to do the fundraising. And that's what we learn from this section of Bhagavatam. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. There any question?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj.
Can you put your video on, if you don't mind, and tell me where are you from?
Yes, Prabhuji. I already started my work, but I can do that. Hare Krishna. Hope. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hope you see me.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice to see you, Prabhuji, after a long time. And thank you for coming on our Everyday Chant conference call. It was a long time back, I think, when I was on the full-time service in New Vrindavan. I heard many of your classes regarding this fundraising. You had some seminars, so it was really wonderful to hear about those. And also, again, some shastric references you gave about Vaman, Vaman Dev and Bali Maharaj. Uh, what was the verse number you said, Prabhuji? Uh, what reference you gave about the
No, I was giving the reference of every, for fundraising, all these slokas, that if you go to somebody, you should, how Bamandev did not ask him three step, immediately. He has glorified. He is, I mean, from verse number 2 to till verse number 15, he has glorified. And then verse number 16 he asked, Tasmat Tayod Mahim Esa Brine Da Bartar Sabha Padani Trini Daitendra Sammitani Padamama. O Daitendra, O Bali, this is the qualification, this is of your family tradition. This is the people that you had in your family tradition. But I know that you are famous in giving thing. Baradar Sabha, like Rishabha, Barad Rishabha. You are the topmost of, the giver. Anything anybody wants. And I know you will give whatever I want. My dear sir, I want only Sammitani Padani Trinidaitendra Sammitani Padamama. I want only 3 steps, and that I will measure. So immediately he did not ask that I want 3 steps, but he did some groundwork. He prepared. So whenever we go for fundraising, we prepare. We should know whomever we are meeting, we should have known about that person, everything. I mean, I always say that if when you go for fundraising to meet that person, you must know at least his name, what is his name, how many children he had, what kind of business he had, what good thing he had done, so far in his life. If they a major person who doesn't give anything, why should you go and waste your time? Of course, you can go and give some prasadam, that will be beneficial, but you will not get a fund. So if you are in fundraising, then better you do some homework, do some research, and then you glorify that person. And if you glorify that person, then that person will be softened. He will he will get a feeling for you. And then you present your, proposal, and then he will do whatever he can do. So here, Baman Dev, you glorifying him from his not only grandfather, but great-grandfather from Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksh, that how powerful they were. So here he talks about Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksh, that what a tough time he had to fight with him. My goodness, we were sweating, in fighting. And end of the day, he could not even defeat Hiranyakashipu. So he entered in Hiranyakashipu's heart through his nostril. So, and then it says about his father also, that even your father, how he knew that the demigods had come, but they wanted his body and he gave his body. So this kind of family you come.
Yeah.
So he glorified his whole tradition and him and everybody. In last, he glorified him. Earlier, he glorified his family people, his great-grandfather, grandfather, his father, and then last said, Baradar Sabha, you are the topmost giver. Baradar Sabha. Okay?
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji, for such a wonderful explanations and the references. It really helped us in the past, the seminars what you elaborated up to Mayapur temple and TOAP. It was really nice to hear about those things. And also the last reference you mentioned about Srila Prabhupada, if you stick to the moment of Srila Prabhupada, that definitely will make you perfect. And there is nothing greater than that, which if you just follow Prabhupada. So thank you for that, Prabhuji. Yeah, it was really good to hear
Where
about.
are, where are you now, Nikunj Ras Prabhu?
I am in Maryland, Prabhuji, now. And earlier, I remember we used to see you also in Baltimore during the temple fundraising events. Earlier, me and Shamarasika Savita, we stay together. We are in Maryland, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you. Very good.
Hare Krishna. Please visit our home also, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Well, I am here only today. Any other question?
Yeah, we can open the session.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Madanat Pranam to you. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. So just, yeah, Prabhuji, this is Rupini Padma Devi Dasi from Orlando, Florida. So wonderful class, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for your association. In the beginning of your class, you mentioned about in this certain conditions, you can tell a lie or something like that.
Yes.
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 So can you elaborate a little bit on that, Prabhuji? Thank you so much.
Istri Su, dealing between husband and wife. Suppose if your husband said to you, all right, I will take you this summer India, and it doesn't happen. So you cannot hold him, say, you are liar, number one. You told that India, take it. No, that's okay. Between husband and wife, it happened. So Istri Su, Naram Vivahe Cha, before marriage. Of course, now it is not possible, but anybody who is over 50 years, they may be knowing, especially I come from Bihar. So Bihar, EP, if when the boy is, high school fail, but for marriage, they'll say, "Well, he is studying in college, The girl looks ugly, but they'll say, no, she's most beautiful. So like that kind of thing. This kind of lie is not considered lie for the marriage, little bit here and there. Naram vivahe cha. Istristu naram vivahe cha. Vrityarthe. Vrityarthe means in business. And I am not here, but in India, they say, Swamiji, this mobile phone, I'm just giving to you just on cost price. I'm not taking single penny from you. But we know he's taking any profit in that. He's not, he not mean what he's saying. He's cheating. So, but that's okay. Chalta hai. This is okay. Vrityarthe. Then prana sankate. When your life is in danger, even if you speak lie. Save your life. Prana sankate. Go Brahman hityarthe. Protecting cow and religious principle or dharma. Even if you have to lie, lie. Hinsayam, if there is war going on, hinsayam, even if you lie, stop the war. Like, there is fight, husband and wife, fight in the family. Even if they speak lie, just bring the situation down. Hinsayam, na anrita syaj gupsatam, na means not, anritam means called lie. Syajugusvitam. That's what a scripture says. But these are not considered to be lie. The 6 places. Okay?
Yes. And thank you, Prabhuji, for mentioning that, for fighting, you need, you said anger, and the other one was?
Strength.
Strength. So that means we as human beings, as practitioners of Krishna consciousness, we should never get angry because we are not really in a fighting spirit like Arjuna.
No, you should be angry.
Yes.
You should be angry on your own that my senses are too much, addicted to sense gratification.
Okay. Anger on oneself.
Use that anger to refrain from sense gratification.
Okay.
Or of course, sometime time comes to fight for Vaishnava and Vishnu, of course, that can be. Hanumanji was angry, he'll burn whole Lanka for Lord Ram.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, once again. My Danat Pranam to you. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Really, please come again on the call. And there was so much to learn today. And the way you conducted your classes, it's like I felt that it was more than a Bhagavatam study, because we went through like a kind of a summary of Krishna consciousness, And we saw the movie also. So, that remembrance came of the wonderful movie made by some beautiful devotees, So, and it's amazing that Prabhuji, in the movie, we didn't have like directly anybody singing the Hare Krishna Mahamantra or doing the Narsingha Aarti. I don't know whether the Narsingha Aarti was there or not.
I will ask something to all of you who have seen this movie.
Yes.
I, Prabhupada follower, what did you find that is not according to Prabhupada or not according to scripture?
In the movie?
Yeah.
I think everything was from the scriptures.
No, something was not the scripture.
Okay.
Towards the end, Sukracharya was always there. According to Bhagavatam, Sukracharya is not there. And then towards the end, Sukracharya makes Hiranyakashipu alive by Sanjeevani Vidya. That is not in Bhagavatam.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji, that was the last part which I also did not understand, but I did not really think on that. But thank you for mentioning that. Yes, he does something and that body is uplifted, which Shukracharya does, but that was not right. You are right, Prabhuji. Thank you.
So we should always be aware that poison comes like this only. This is a very subtle thing, but poison comes. Of course, there are. I didn't see. I was in New Zealand that time when movie released, and then on 20th I came to America, and then in New Jersey I was watching, but I was in jet lag. Same day I arrived, and night time they had movie, so I was half sleepy. But I found some philosophically also something wrong. So anyway, what I was saying that as a Krishna conscious devotee, that's why I say we should stick to Prabhupada teaching, and then you will know dudh ka dudh, pani ka pani. That will be very clear. Prabhupada wanted us to know the philosophy. Siddhanta boliya chite na karo alos. Must know. Any other question?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, this is Geeta. Thank you for this wonderful class. Really appreciate it. Prabhuji, what's the name of the movie you said?
Narsimha, Maha
Mahavatar Narasimha.
So can we see it outside of Iskcon, or is it available?
Yes, Mataji. It's in the movie theater. I will send you the detail.
Yeah, it is still going on, Mataji, in Columbia, near Baltimore. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so Syam Raska Mataji, I can stop now.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dadvat Pranam. Thank you so much for this nectar class. And so nice to see you after a long time on call. So, such a wonderful class, Prabhuji. And whenever you have time, please come and give your association.
I hope you all understood my English. I'm almost 50 years in Iskcon, but still I have my own.
Yes, Prabhuji, we understood
Prabhuji,
very
we get the feel of India when you speak.
Yes, and yeah, I know you are specialty in Hindi, so yes, thank you so much, Prabhuji. Anybody has any question or comment? Okay, well, let us end up the call here. Vancha kalpatarvesha kripa sindhu eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anant koti vaishnavanda ki jai, namacharya Srila Das Thakur ki jai, Grandhara Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai, ki jai, His Grace Devkinandan Prabhu ki jai. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for arranging, Mataji.